Well, my number one goal of the year that I, infamously played, more football to date than anybody ever played in consecutive weeks. My number one goal was just to be ready at all times because my ultimate goal was to play in the NFL. I was drafted with the XFL, the Orlando Rage, and I was ready to go, got myself, in that mindset. So we end the XFL season. The following week, I'm in New York starting the inaugural season for the New York Dragons in Arena 1. It was a 16-week season. At the time, I was getting a lot of opportunities or a lot of offers to come back to the NFL. So I made the decision to stay in the Arena League until the season started. So 16 weeks later, I found myself in Toronto for a playoff game. Saturday, we flew back. Sunday morning, I was working out with the New York Jets. Monday morning, training camp started. So when you hear that, folks hear that and they say, well, how in the world were you able to maintain that? What did you do in the preseason that, allowed you to be able to stay healthy? And I have to tell them that it was what I did during the season that helped me to sustain that year, which is what our in-season program is actually birthed out of, was that year of football. There's preseason, in-season, postseason. So one of the things we do is we put them on a preseason program specifically aligned for them to meet their goals. We do that by identifying their strengths and as well as their weaknesses, and that program is specifically geared towards helping them to be as best they can at optimal performance once the season comes. One of the common misconceptions we often find is we put in all that work for 12 to 16 and sometimes 24 weeks, and then once the season starts, they come to us and they say, hey, the season starts, I feel great. I can definitely see my gains and my performance has increased, with percentages in a lot of different areas. And they want to just stop and quit. They stop and quit because they think that they've reached their goal, which was to come in, reach optimal performance prior to the season, and that they can go into the season and have increased gains throughout the season. In season, the goal is to maintain our peak performance and not lose our gains at the rate that you would lose your gains had you not continued to maintain that performance. Postseason is all about recovery. That first 2 to 3 weeks is all about recovery. We're at a point where the athlete's mentality has to change as to what it means and how to take care of your body throughout the year, depending on whatever sports you play, depending on whatever your strengths or whatever your goals are for that particular year.